I'll be fine on Sunday. Anthony Davis listed as probable for Sunday. Miami made it a series. They are back in the mix. Now we hear from both teams as they look ahead to Game 6.
Not really. I don't be paying attention to them over there. I don't pay attention to the confetti machine. I be locked in on my squad because we had a win. We had a win. So for these next two, we gonna win the trenches.
We don't really care what people have to say. You know, it's still 3-2, so I'm sure there's still people counting us out. But you know, we're not going anywhere anytime soon. We have, you know, 2 more games to win. You know, we know that the job's not done.
We're not expecting it to be easy. We're not expecting those guys to have C games. You got to beat them. You know, you have to expect to beat teams when they're at their best. We're not running from that, and we know this has to be well earned.
You don't predetermine anything, and you take the game as it's going, and then you play each quarter, you play each possession, and you live with the results. Because if you start to wander and your mind starts to go, you make a mistake. And one thing about this team that we're playing, they make you pay for every mistake.
We're motivated to win a championship just as they're motivated. So, you know, you got 2 teams who want to compete. You know, and you know they feel like they have to win every game. We feel like we have to win. So, you know, we're motivated as well to you know, finish this thing off and you know, hoist that trophy, you know, just as bad as them.
It's been the longest season ever, so these players having to battle being healthy in the COVID era and also staying healthy on the floor. Looking at Anthony Davis, 3D, I'm going to start with you. How crucial is it to Anthony Davis being healthy for the Lakers to bring home that number 17 championship?
Well, I think the health meter really is up to him, and Shannon knows this. Only he knows how his body really feels. But with that being said, it has to feel well enough where he can get back to being, if not the best player on the floor, have the conversation that he could be the best player on the floor. Because throughout the playoffs, when that happens, the Lakers normally win with no problem. LeBron's been great. Shannon, you said it. You know how great LeBron is. You know how LeBron has set the table. But when AD does not meet LeBron halfway, the Lakers struggle. Even KCP and the rest of those guys are knocking down shots. If the Lakers want to close out Game 6, in my opinion, AD needs to step up. And like you like to say, Ro, AD better be on the way.
The Lakers are hoping AD is healthy. Looking at the other side with the Miami Heat, Bam Adebayo, we know he has that neck shoulder injury. Hasn't necessarily been the same performer. His numbers are down across the board as far as points and field goal percentage. Shannon, how crucial is his performance to Miami extending this series?
Huge. I think for the Miami Heat to lock down on defense and get extra possessions, he has to be at full strength. His head is attached to his body, so he gonna play, right? This is the NBA Finals. I don't want to hear about a cold, a neck strain, a foot strain, a toe. Bam Adebayo is the other all-star on this Miami Heat team. He runs the offense, he anchors the defense, and where Jimmy Butler is their emotional leader, Bam is their talent. He can break out for a 30-point game whenever, but he's doing a lot that doesn't go in the stat sheets, and I've been impressed with him since he's come back. Even though his numbers are down, he's making the right plays and the winning plays.
3D, as far as an advantage physically and mentally across the board, which team has the advantage in this next Game 6?
Well, I want to say LeBron has the upper hand because he's been there before. He has the rings. He's been there so many times. But what's different about this opponent, they believe. The franchise, the Miami Heat, they've been there before, too. Jimmy Butler's a great leader. All his role players, they understand what they do. Shooters shoot. You know, Chandler talked about Bam's activity defensive-wise. If all that plays in effect, they believe they can extend this series to Game 7.
And again, AD probable. Just a note on Goran Dragic, he is still listed as doubtful. Have not seen him play since game.
Maybe one possession. As a champion, you relish that opportunity to shoot that ball, to be that Steve Kerr or that John Paxson. And for me, I have to give credit to my Arizona alum. Andre Iguodala stopped the baseline pass and then contested all the way out there to Danny Green. I didn't notice that till film till right now, but that is an amazing effort. And that could have sped him up. But Danny Green just take one dribble and shoot the 2-pointer. I mean, nobody wants to shoot twos no more.
Channing, you always have hot takes. Should LeBron have taken that shot?
No way. It makes the right play. Stop it. Just everybody who said that's not the right play.
Bro, you better stop, bro. You better stop it, bro. We might be virtual, bro. You better stop it.
Hey, people are asking me. I have to ask you guys. People want to know the answers.
Well, people better stop it.
You beg for that opportunity. Like, Just let me be open once for that opportunity. All he had to do, he didn't catch it properly. Take one dribble. Andre was flying by him. And even if somebody else pops out from the paint, kick it to KCP, who had been hot. You saw the tweets?
Hey, I saw the tweets.
KCP's a GOAT.
Hey, these guys have been balling out of control. LeBron with his 8 40-point game in the finals. Jimmy Butler is leading the NBA in clutch points in the playoffs with 48. You look at their numbers toe-to-toe. They have been nothing short of impressive. Both team leaders on their shows they put on Friday night.
That's the beauty of the game, being able to compete at the highest level. And you take those opportunities and you live in the moment. You're trying to make plays for your team to be successful on both ends. And we were both just trying to do that and try to will our team to a victory. And, he was able to, make one more play than I was able to make.
I mean, he does this on the regular and he steps up in big moments. It's unfortunate we couldn't make one more play for him, either defensively or offensively, to help him out because he was giving it his all.
We keep our head high knowing that he's going to hit some tough ones. That's what really, really, really great players do. I think he had a hell of a performance tonight along with AD, their whole team. But we still fighting. We in it to win it. We're not backing down. We're not scared of nobody.
Every young player coming into this league should study footage on Jimmy Butler. The definition of a two-way player, his will to win is remarkable.
I mean, that's Jimmy. He took us home. Just does whatever it takes to win and made some huge plays both sides of the ball. He just willed it. It's not always pretty, but he just finds a way.
He's been as close to perfect as you possibly can get. That's who we go to in these moments, and he's been producing. So, we just got to keep contributing the best way we can and just let him take over the show.
Both men have 2 30-point triple-doubles, the only 2 people to do that in NBA history. I don't know why 3D has on the mask. Maybe he's teleported down to the bubble. 3D, I need you to break down for me what you see in Jimmy.
There you go. I just came back from the bubble, bro. I had to go down there and get down a little deep for this ego so you understand why Jimmy Butler is playing so well. And I think people need to understand, like you said, Channing, everybody wants to shoot 3. Not Jimmy Butler. He's going to play his game, get to his sweet spot, stay under control. Anthony Davis doesn't fight over that screen fast enough. He knocks down a little mid-range shot. Once again, under control. Lakers defense a little soft in my opinion. Jimmy gets to where he wants on the floor. Understands shooters are everywhere. Keep your dribble alive. Duncan, keep moving your feet. Danny Green turns his head the wrong way. Wide open 3. He knocks it down. This is the leadership that Jimmy Butler has learned from Chicago, from Minnesota to Philly. Now he's in Miami, a perfect home. Why is that? We talk about culture. Do what you do, stay patient. Yes, Anthony Davis is a great defender. Get to my sweet spot, rise up, and knock it down. Now we're in the second half, and that's when things get real good. The pick and roll action, everybody runs it. But Jimmy says, you go under, I ain't going to get to the rim. I'm not trying to shoot threes, but I'm going to share the basketball. There is Bam, a great finisher. So once again, Jimmy is showing us now here in the finals that he can set screens, he can attack the defense, but more importantly, let the defense understand I can be scrappy, I can be tough, and I can battle around the rim. It's amazing to me, guys, that each level here in the playoffs, Jimmy has shown us something different about how to get to the free throw line, how to get to my sweet spot, but more importantly, play to my tempo, not to the opponent's tempo.
Jimmy's the latest player to lead his team in basically every statistical category in the finals, but we've seen LeBron do that before as well, Channing, and he's been special on the final stage.
No, absolutely. And the thing about Bron is he's 35 years old. He has almost every record in the book, and you're seeing him, his game, especially on the offensive end, still be at top notch. This three-pointer, that's his sweet spot. That's automatic. I play with him. I know it. Again, on that side of the court, he's patient, right? He's just surveying. Now look at Robinson and Nunn are not paying attention to the ball. The ball scores, as every defensive coach ever told me. And Bron is just too physically gifted when you give him space. So right here, Bron gets out, right? Remember, he's one of the oldest dudes, if not the oldest dude on the court. He says, little boy, getting away from him. And you can't stop him, Duncan Robinson. My man is 280 pounds. Now, look at this. No body. Tyler Hero don't want none of that business. He's looking for his man, right? And he finds KCP, who had an absolutely amazing game. He's been playing great for the Lakers. Now, right here, Jay Crowder and Bron used to go at it in practice, and I'm pretty sure Bron got the best of him a lot. Now, right here, he says both of y'all getting away from him and one. When Bron is aggressive and gets a foot in the paint, That is the way for the Lakers to win. That type of aggressiveness is unstoppable. And he's been doing it for almost 18, 19, 20 years. And I'm just impressed with him and the way he's kept his body and his aggressiveness throughout this series.
Just adding years onto him, I believe it's 17 seasons. We're not going to count his high school
Feels like
years.
50. Hey, he was in the league when he was 16. Might as well have been. He was on ESPN.
You know what? Those are all facts. Those are all facts. Now, something we're going to add to this segment right here, courtesy of our super producer, Peter, a mystery player. Let's throw up that shot chart. Let's see how astute you basketball minds are. If you can figure out who it is. Here's a hint. He played for one of the teams last night. Channing, you first.
That looks like Duncan Robinson. It's a lot of threes.
3D, who do you have?
Ding, 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 Duncan Robinson.
And the answer is Duncan
Come on,
Robinson.
man.
And you
Hey,
two
hey,
winners.
Hey, come on, Ro. That look like Channing and I shot chart. Come on.
You two have some excellent take-home prizes. We'll tell you about them after the show. 3D, what did you see from Duncan?
Well, do what you do, Duncan. You move well without the basketball. You're playing with a team that understands what you do with your shoot. Don't over dribble. Don't overthink. And right there, you move well without the ball. Danny Green turns his head the wrong way. Just a perfect situation. I know Channing probably feels the same way I feel. When you're on the right team that understands what you do, that's what you focus on. He got back to that. He hadn't shot the ball particularly well the first couple games. Now he proved why he's one of the best shooters in the playoffs.
Yes, indeed. Duncan Robinson, 7-3.